Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. Why would anyone want to get married today? I'm going to read some points from a Quora article or post. It says, since divorce rates are so high and love wears off shortly after marriage, why would one give their heart to another only to have it broken? Why would anyone want to get married? Well, I got married, but that was back in 2015, but I still think that people should get married. So that's what Love Beyond the Sea is about, finding love beyond the sea. But I want people to be able to get married no matter where they reside. If you're younger or older, I'm still beating the drum for marriage. And also here I can tell right away, they talk about love wearing off shortly. Love never wears off. Love is a commitment for life. Like the Bible says, love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things. And if it has to, it endures all things. I've told my wife, about my 100% commitment to her. And as I live that out, I plan on that being an effective strategy because she knows clearly that I am in her corner. I'm going to do everything I can to make this marriage work. Check the Linktree link I have above there. You see my website, lvbts.com, a book I wrote, and where I met my Filipina wife. So somebody named Lee Lovelace, not Loveless, Lovelace, on Quora says marriage is a concept, a construct, an expiring tradition. Well, probably is an expiring tradition with less people getting married than before. And when they get married older. More people are against marriage. I'm trying to go the other way with this channel. They say 50 years ago, marriage was a social duty for men and women. And if they weren't married by a certain age, he says, insert any number greater than 18 here, we're perceived to have some major flaw or viewed as a defective person. Well, I think that's a good age to get married, absolutely. I don't think anyone is defective. If they're not married by then, I got married at 53. I certainly tried to get married. I had to go where I was wanted, Philippines, to find a wife. He says the current economy doesn't support marriage. I would never let that determine whether I'm going to marry somebody or not. I don't think you have to have bought a house and enough money to send your kids through college or something, have your job situation 1,000% worked out before you get married. If you need marriage, find somebody that also wants to get married and get married. Worry about that financial stuff later. A lot of times it's just a lot of worry about nothing. I'm going to skip one more point they made here. They say people are open-minded today, more open-minded today, and that's why people aren't getting married. Since the scales seem to have tipped to staying single, I would think anymore, if you're open-minded, you would want to buck the trend and be married. I had a lot of people trying to convince me when I was in my 50s, well, what do you need to be married for? Sex isn't all it's cracked up to be. That's wrong. It is. And, you have it so good with your freedom. I never felt free, as you've seen in my videos. I felt bound. I feel more free now as a married man. So be open-minded and consider marrying, even if you have to find love beyond the sea. They talk about people who are less religious and there are fewer religious people today. That's probably very true. I use a lot of Bible verses in my videos about the need to get married. God created marriage, Genesis 2:18. It's not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper suitable for him. And this applies to almost all men throughout the end of time. This was an instructive verse talking about the very first man, why he was created. He needed a helper, and they were supposed to have a family, have children right away. So this wasn't, as they were told, to be fruitful and multiply. So this just isn't, having some best friend. This is talking about going all the way, marriage and a family. And so that's still what the Bible teaches today, even though I've had a lot of people in the church tell me that I'd be better off being single, and I just don't believe that at all. So unless I can find my place here, this video is going to come to an end at this point. I know that they made some other points, at least I think that they did. Maybe I was wrong, but my take here is that while marriage is not as popular as it used to be, and as it used to be when I was younger, there's often not a lot of people saying, you know what, you should get married. Why aren't you married? I know singles often think that it is. Everybody's trying to get me married. I never felt people are trying to get me married. I felt a lot of times people are trying to talk me out of it. So I'm not going to be that person. Try to tell anybody not to get married. If you feel that's the right thing to do, you've come to the right place. The things that I talk about that I try to implement in my marriage, even though my wife's from a different culture, different age and all that, they still work with any woman. And so those type of behaviors and how to handle different situations and communication, that's what I like to dig into. So why would anybody marry anymore? Because marriage is a wonderful thing. You can have your best friend, you can have children if you're able to and wanting to start a family. You know, there's sexual intimacy, there's non-sexual intimacy. You can have somebody to go through life with, and that's just too good to turn down, I would think. Stay tuned for more videos here. Leave comments here what you think about this. Have you given up on marriage? Did you give up at one time? Is anybody trying to help you get married? Let me know here on Love Beyond the Sea.